All right, and we are now live. Let me set it to live chat here, so I hopefully won't miss any messages from anybody. Anyway, we got the Australian locomotive on, hauling a bit of a mixed freight here, as you can see. We've got some people joining in. Hey, it's Harry, welcome. The Rail Fanning Group, welcome. Nodak Rail Fan, Wawa 111 Mainline. The Rail Fanning Group, hashtag SMT Discord. Oh yeah, that place. Hey, it's Harry. What loco is that? It's the Australian locomotive. I think it's an AC 6000. I think that was the number. Anyway, through Raj. It's past 811. Yes. Auto Model Rail Fan. Welcome. Fishing with Ryan. Hello, Rail Fanning Group. Retro Style. Frisco Railroad. Joseph Batts. Epic Games. Aiden S. Gaming Train. Bass, Trainman 1993, Ted Salmon, AV6 Gaming, Ottawa. How are you, Harrison? Oh, I'm well. Just returning from a trip. Probably be heading back up there pretty soon, but yeah, I just thought I'd do a live stream while I was up here. Why not? So yeah, not bad. The train guy likes trains. Hello, Victor Sanchez, Joseph. Okay, I think I already said hi to Joseph Batts. Nathan Delay, welcome. Nerf Baster, hello. SMH and AMT, hello. Canadian Pacific. Western Virginia. I don't have a Thomas model there. CNW Railfan 82. He's back again. SMT's back, tell a friend. I like that. Jeremy Games, YT, hello. Phoenix Smith, welcome. How are you? Does your Hiawatha run? This one, sort of. I usually tune it a bit before I take it out, though. It's a bit sensitive. The Fox Valley one, though, that's a fine runner. So if anybody wants to see that run, just ask. Victor Sanchez, today's my birthday. Well, happy birthday. Pedimont Railfan 81, welcome. Train Time Boy, can you run the $3 locomotive? Plus, do you need to send in repairs? Well, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be taking any repairs for a while. The last week, it's, I've been, a lot of people have sent them. And honestly, I'm a bit concerned I might get a bit overrun here, especially since time has been a little bit more constrained than usual the last few weeks. So, yeah, I can't take any more repairs at the moment. Now, $3 locomotive. Let's see if I can find that. I'm not sure. Oh, I did put it back last time. That's good. And, yeah, well, even, I'm not sure if it's strong enough to pull this train, but heck, we'll try. I'm starting my new layout tomorrow. That's fun. Can you run the GG1 with some passenger cars? I don't know if I have any passenger cars that would look particularly good with it. Can Pacific, hello. Craig Woodward, how are you? I'm well, how are you? South Florida Rail Fan, hello. Hey, SMT, I was wondering, how do you clean the trains you buy off eBay during these pandemic times? I mean, it doesn't really affect how I do it. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying a train off of eBay, the thing is that, at least for me, things that I order off eBay, they take a long time to get here. So, I'm not too worried about something that arrives potentially having it, because it's just been in the mail for so long. I don't think it can survive on the surfaces long enough. I mean, if it's over 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that it's okay. I love how he says hello to practically everyone who joins. I try, Artwood. I try. Or Artwormy, sorry. Woomy. I don't know if I've seen your channel in here. Welcome. SMT, how much should a Tyco locomotive cost? I wouldn't probably pay more than $20. I mean, I have paid more than $20, but you don't want to pay too much for them. The Tyco manual ones are worth a bit more. 30s, I think, a fair price for one in good shape, because the Tyco manuals, they've got 5-pole motors. They're much better drives, but the classic Tychos. Don't pay much for them. They're not well-built locos, and any person who's knowledgeable on what they're selling will know that they're not worth much either. So yeah, don't pay too much. You'll find a good deal on one eventually. I just got a free box of HO stuff. That's awesome. Somebody in the area, my buddy there, Nick, he sent me a link. Somebody was giving away some old Lima stuff, but I was going away. But, yeah, I guess if you wait around for long enough, I mean, I got a free lot of trains. Some local gentleman was giving away his collection. And you can see videos. It was spring of 2019. Couldn't believe that. SMT, I just got a new old stock Bachmann Union Pacific GP50. Oh, that's exciting. Hey, SMT, just got a box of train stuff from a friend. Oh, it seems like a lot of people are getting train stuff today. Anyway, we're going to take this off. We're going to put on the $3 Loco. No idea if it's going to be strong enough to haul this train, but heck, we'll give it a try. It's got traction tires, so that's worth something. Hello from Illinois. Welcome. I'm starting to build my own layout. Trainman 1983. How's everyone doing? Well, I'm well. How are you? Run the Fox Valley. All right. Well, we'll run this one first, and then we'll run the Fox Valley second there. Use the big boy. We can run that one later. All right. Oh, yeah, okay. That's not a good start. Let's try that again. This might not work. I didn't actually put real traction tires. I just found some O-rings at a dollar store and figured, heck, those will probably work. And I mean, they do to an extent, but... Okay, yeah. Nope. Yeah, I think that's about all we're getting out of that. Let's run the Fox Valley there. If there wasn't a train on the track, I'd probably just go ahead with it, but whatever. Can you run the big Canadiana? Yeah, we can get that one going there. I'm going to run this one in the big boy first, though. We'll send this one around for 2 laps, and then get the big boy on. Send that around for a couple laps, and then we'll run some other things which people want. Multi-track drifting. Yeah, I remember those days. I don't even know if you can multi-track drift with the new track, because I changed all that. Alright, so there we go. There's the Hiawatha. Run an N-scale train, please. I don't know if the layout's wired up right now, and I don't really want to mess with that too much, because I've got all sorts of other stuff plugged in. Received a train myself, a Santa Fe 3500. I saw the Blue Goose. Yeah, we can probably run that one later. Big boy first, though. Hi, B. Tony, how are you? I'm well, how are you? Run the Acela. Nice. We can get that one going. At some point there. I'm getting a BB switcher off eBay. Any suggestions on what to look for? How to on eBay? I don't have any suggestions for what to look for on eBay. I have suggestions what to look out for. For example, be very careful if you're buying a Bachmann steam engine off of eBay. Be very mindful to check that it's not one of the ones from the 1980s, that it's a modern drive, because I see a lot of those 1980s Bachmanns with the pancake motors and nylon gears there with the 80s drives. Some people are paying over $100 for those, and you don't want to be paying more than $5. You don't want to touch those things with a 10-foot pole unless if somebody's selling one at a train show for dirt cheap. What the heck? You can if you want to just spend some money for a novelty. It's not a bad deal, but generally stay away from those. So that's what I'd say to avoid on eBay. It's not anything in particular I'd look for. I guess if you can find old blue boxes cheap. Yeah, what the heck. I usually buy lots off of eBay, though. I find that's usually the most economic way. That's the only time I find you get good deals on eBay is when you're buying multiple items. Because when you're buying multiple items, it reduces the overall cost. People are just not, a lot of people have $100 in their pocket. They can throw at some trains if they want to. But $500, yeah, it's a bit of a different story. Things get a little bit trickier there, at least in my case. So, that's why buying lots can be more economical, because they just can't go closer to 500. It's just it's too much, so they have to reduce the price. So that's usually how I go about it. Can you put a train on the reverse loop? I don't know if I want to run a train across that. If I had an Athearn, I'd probably do it, because those, they can generate enough power with their flywheels, they'll just coast right across. They're all the Grinch of model railroading. Ouch. That's the thing about eBay, though. I don't know. I don't find. I mean, I got those GG1s for $60 a piece. That's a good deal. I'm generally impressed with that. That's cheaper than I've seen them at train shows, and definitely cheaper than I've seen them at train stores. But that's about it almost all the time, especially you're like looking at some old Bachmann or anything like that, which you shouldn't be paying a lot of money for. You go on eBay and somebody's charging a very large amount for it, and it's, yeah, you want to avoid that, especially the shipping. I don't know what it is with eBay and shipping, but I find almost everything on there costs an arm and a leg to ship. Do you have a train you use for crashing on purpose? I do not. Have you ever thought of doing a railfan series? Yeah, there's not a whole lot to railfan up here, though, although somebody sent me a radio scanner, so I might do a video of unboxing that, and then I might try to haul it up to the mill here in Gatineau there, where they're still running trains, and see if we can catch something. Try to use the scanner to get it. I sent you an email for repair if you can see it. It's a lifelike chassis system. All right, I was just telling people earlier in the stream, I'm not going to be accepting any repairs for a while, just because I've got a bit too many at the moment, and I'm already falling behind on some of them, so I don't want there to be too many. David of DB Tech, welcome. How are you? Hello, Harrison. Just got back from Florida. 20-hour drive. Wow. Well, welcome back to Pennsylvania, I believe it is. Can you run the Indiana DCC sound, Loco? Probably. We're going to run the big boy first, though. Run the LRC. Yeah, we'll see. I'm running my O-gauge trains while watching this. It's always good to run your trains while... I don't know, that's what I do whenever I'm watching somebody's live stream. Just work on little projects, and eventually the conversation rolls onto a topic, which may be of interest, and then you start commenting. It's wonderful. SMT, I sent you an email for repair. Okay, I already read that comment. Can you run the Spectrum speeder? I'm going to have to hold back on the request for a while there. I got a few too many for me to handle all at once here. Especially once we get the big boy on, I might be able to run some other stuff. But I know somebody wanted me to run the Canadiana and a few others. So now that I want to turn down people's requests, that I already have bad memory enough as it is. I don't want to go forgetting too many people's things. I try my best not to, but... it's a bit inevitable, unfortunately. Do you still have the Rail Chief BNSF HO scale? Yeah, I do have that locomotive. I'm quite attached to that locomotive. I've had it for a while there. I don't think I'm ever going to sell it. I don't plan on it. Hey, SMT, can you run all of your GG1s together in one train, please? Unfortunately, I can't, just because some of them don't work. I mean, I've got the two working ones there, but... like the Amtrak one there, that one's not started, and if it follows suit with its other old River Rossies from the same gentleman there, probably has a seized corroded motor. So hey Harrison, I saw the notification you were going live. I have fully sprinted across my house to the computer. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm working on my DCC CSX. Linda Bailey, does anyone have a Discord link to the SMT Discord server? There's a fair amount of Discord moderators in here right now, so I'm sure one of them might be able to point you in that direction. Hello SMT, welcome. It's my first set. I repainted it into a Santa Fe Blue Bonnet today. Enjoying the stream. I'm actually working on reskinning a 210-2 to make it look like a PRR 210-2. Sorry, can't stay long. Got to get back to work. Well, thanks for stopping by, Zoo Tycoon Lord. Run all the New Haven E7s. I broke the coupler on one of them, unfortunately. That was sort of a interesting setup there. Anyway, we're now going to put the world's largest Canadiana on, because that was requested earlier. And, yeah, and then maybe we'll run something else after that, some other requests. trying to remember exactly what those were at the moment, but we'll start with this. Nathan Delay Harrison, I'm curious if you're still planning on going to Northlands. Sorry if I asked too much about that. Nathan, I really want to go to Northlands at some point. I think it's a really cool place. I'm just not sure when that's going to be. I mean, I don't have any particular trip or anything ever planned out in that direction. But if I find myself in the area, I'll be sure to visit it. It's a cool place, and yeah, no worries about asking too much. I don't remember you asking that anytime recently, at least. So valid question. Hey SMT, may you please run the super strong Canadian Pacific SD40-2 with a long train? Thanks, my request has been requested 4 days. I don't take requests from a previous stream and apply them now, but I'll try to run that one for this stream. Do you have any tips for starting an O-scale layout? I can't say I do, for the simple reason that, you know, I don't really even have an O-scale layout. I've just got this little setup on the floor. Although I would probably say a lot of the things that, a lot of the kind of things that you'd apply to building an HO layout, you know, they can be transferred to both N-scale and HO. And one of them is obviously something that I really try to stress to people: build exactly what you want. You're building the layout for yourself, unless, you know, it's like you and a couple other people, you know, build the layout for what you want. Which means, you know, if somebody tells you, you know, you have to pick a time, a date, and area, yada, 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 and run steam or diesel. Unless you really care about that stuff, chuck it out the window. You don't need it. And so yeah, build it the way you want. Make a list of everything you want so you actually get everything you want, because what you don't want to do is build a layout and then you realize after, oh, you know, I should have done it this way, because you can change it, but it's nice if you have more of what you want there. And say the other thing is just take your time and have fun with it. You know, there's no rush to getting something done, and I find if you take your time working on especially track work, this more applies to HO and N, but if you take your time, it will pay off. How much do all your trains cost in total? I have no idea. I've never done tally. It'd be sort of hard to say, because a lot of them I bought used or broken. So the value would obviously increase once I got them working, but I don't know. It's really tough to gauge market value for things, I find, simply because prices are all over the map, especially in the used market there. On new equipment, it's all pretty standard, but yeah, when you're talking about used stuff, you might have one guy at a train show selling, like, let's say, a Bachmann steam engine from the 80s for $10, and the same steam engine on eBay is selling for $100, you know? So it's like, well, what do you do with that? I mean, I'm going to pay the $10, but, you know, it doesn't mean that that's what it's actually worth. Eric Gomez, are you reading my chat? I'm trying to read as many messages as I can. Messages are organized, so if anybody isn't having theirs read, I do apologize. I try to read everybody's messages, but, you know, there is some that are just going to be kind of left out, not through my control, but just how they're organized. And I do miss a few myself once in a while, you know. Of course, a few are going to slip through the cracks, so I do apologize for that. But I try to read as many as I can. What's your opinion on freight hopping? Would you ever consider doing it? Well, there's a couple things. First of all, I'm pretty sure it's illegal, so there's that. If I didn't have much to be around for, I would probably consider it, because, you know, it looks like a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. I value my time here enough not to do something like that. So, but yeah, I have to say it does look pretty. I think you'd feel as free as a person possibly could, hopping on a freight train and being a stowaway. I mean, it does sound like fun. Have you ever thought about starting an SMT merch line? I think I probably will at some point. Honestly, a lot of people want that. I mean, David Z to G Scale sent me a whole variety of those hats, the SMT hats. So, yeah, I don't know. I might give some of those away, actually. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe start with something like this, and then people at train shows can pop these on their noggin there and know that they're part of the SMT group there. Anyway, let's get something else on the track here. I think people requested for this to be run, so we can do that. I'm not going to force it to haul that train, though, because frankly, the drive system already sounds a little bit questionable. So, yeah. Thanks for attempting the SD40-2. Same, it has no couplings. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought it did, but I guess it doesn't. I'm gonna have to put some on it and do a pulling capacity test. I'm sure that thing can haul more than almost all of my collection. If I put cardboard under the track without roadbed, is it okay? Just as long as it's stable. I mean, some cardboards are softer than others. I mean, really, just as long as it doesn't get wet or anything like that, I don't think there'd be any issues. The only thing is if you're running really heavy trains there, you might have issues on the corners, because that's what I had a little bit happening with this, is that this squishes down so much that if you're running a really heavy train, the track actually tilts, and then if you're going a little too fast, it might just roll right off the track. Somebody also requested the Acela, which was before the Blue Goose, so I'm going to honor that request and run this first, but I'll only send it around for like 2 laps. The train station you have is the same one I've had since I was 8. These train stations, I can't remember who they're from. I think it's Woodland Scenic. I could be mistaken. I think they might be the very most common station out there. Almost every layout I've ever seen has at least one of these. And it's always funny going around train shows and stuff like that, because you see all sorts of weird variations where people have kind of tried to disguise them as something else. I think I saw one where 2 of them were put together. I get why, though. They're nice looking stations. But, yeah, they're very common. Can you run the Blue Goose? We'll run it right after this. I'm just going to let this go around for a couple of laps. Amy Hill, my sister, is subscribed. That's awesome. I wish him the best of luck. Run a CN-9. Can I put maple syrup on butter on the pancake moster? Also, it's me, Roblox player. Well, I mean, you could try. Do you think the TGV is worth it? It really depends on what you want. Honestly, it's not top of the line. It's not like it was dirt cheap. I think I probably paid $170 for it, but it works well. I'm happy with it, and that included everything, including the shipping, so really the value of it. If you're in the States, it's worth, that's 170 Canadian dollars. I don't know what that would be in America, but I don't know. If I could go back in time and make the same decision, I would have bought it. So I don't know if that answers your question, but in my opinion, for me, it was. Nick the Trainer, Harrison, I just realized you have more subscribers than the official Rapido Trains YouTube. Yeah, I noticed that a few days ago. It's crazy. I can't believe that. I think there was a gap of about 10,000 subscribers between the channels. I don't know. I don't keep super accurate data on that kind of stuff, but yeah, I can't believe what the channel's become. It's something that surprises me almost every day when I go there. How do I keep highlighting my name? I don't know. When did you start your layout? 2007. I got my very first set in, it was December 2006, so I got it for Christmas. And then for my 6th birthday in 2007, I asked for a layout, and my parents had, they had gone to some charity auction, and there was a guy who had, in the auction, basically offered his carpentry services, so they bid on his service there, and then, yeah, he actually ended up building the very first layout. He did a super nice job, too. Like, look at this. Covered up all the screws with caps and stuff like that. It was pretty fancy. So that's this first phase right here. All of this was built later, but this first 4x8 right here is where it all began. Now, Blue Goose. Hey, SMT, can you double head the big boy with the SP Daylight? The Daylight doesn't run, unfortunately. I wish I could run the Daylight. I mean, it's one of my favorite steam locomotives, but the quartering issue, I don't even want to risk it. Yay, my request for the Acela. Hey, SMT, how come you don't get any trains from Scale Trains? I just never have. I mean, I buy most of my stuff used, so there's that, but I don't know. I've just never had an opportunity. Doesn't mean I think they're a good or bad manufacturer. I just haven't tried them. SMT, can you show off your rail fanning skills? What, you mean stand beside the track and talk about mid-train units and stuff like that? The Blue Goose is sounding worse. I'm not sure how much longer I want to run that. Here we are at milepost 38, getting ready to see the Blue Goose mid-train. This is some bad rail fanning here. And the camera's all screwy now. And it won't zoom back out. Oh, there we go. Getting ready to see the mid-train DPU go by. Ellery Parsons, how goes it, SMT? I'm well, how are you? Okay, I think that's enough of that. Worst derailment you ever had? Amtrak Acela or the P42? Well, I mean, the Acela was pretty tragic because it, got destroyed. I had some crazy ones, though. When I was a kid, I had this model. I still have it. It doesn't run anymore, unfortunately, because the motor went bad, but this was really weird. The train derailed on a corner, and it was a Stewart engine, and it had these great big flywheels in it. So, when engines that have flywheels, they can roll for a lot longer, after they lose power. So it was this corner, it came off the track, none of this existed, and it rolled right off the layout. And this is the thing I couldn't believe. The train, which was behind it, actually stopped it in midair, and it was hanging by its coupler. Never going to forget that. I don't think I could repeat that whole thing in a million years if I tried. But the worst derailment, I think I had a train parked when I was a kid, and the Centennial crashed into it. That made quite a mess. I think that's about as bad as it's got, though. I've had a lot of various accidents. There's one time I somehow crashed 3 engines into each other here. I can't even remember how I did that, but yeah, I don't know. Somebody could probably make an hour-long compilation of stuff crashing or me breaking things. Anyway, there. Okay, let me find one. Run your HO speeder. I did say I was going to run that. How's the Hershey factory going? There hasn't really been any progress on it, but I think as fall comes along there, and I'll hopefully have more time on my hands, I will probably get working on it. You should go to Rodney's Trains and Toys. I don't think I've heard of that store before. Do you own any T-scale stuff? I don't have any T-scale stuff. If I eat the Hershey factory, will it taste like Hershey's? Well, something like Canadian Styrofoam, maybe. I don't know if that has a maple flavor to it, but yeah, I think it would be something along those lines. Okay, I got a lot of repeat comments here. I'm gonna try to find a new one. Epic Railroad, I'm almost at 50 subscribers, currently at 47. Well, congratulations, you apply for the shout-out program. Everybody go check out Epic Railroad, who's only 3 subscribers away from the milestone of 50. Hey, SMT, which is better, the EMD BL2 or a GP40? The GP40. I mean, the BL2s are interesting. I own a couple models of them, but to be completely honest, they're not really my favorite models. I find they're a little too bizarre for my taste. They're wannabe F units in my book. I'm sure there are some BL2 fans who that probably makes their blood boil, but yeah, it's just my opinion on them. I don't know. They're kind of ugly ducklings. SMT, how do you transition track with roadbed to track with no roadbed? Well, this is not professional. There's probably a better way to do this, but in my case, I just used some cardboard and just sort of leveled it down. I mean, it doesn't have to go down a crazy amount, but that's how I went about it. One of my friends here in my hometown has the most detailed layout ever. He's a big Atchison, Topeka, Santa Fe guy. He's 83 years old. His layout is set in 1952 and has some RSD-3s, some RS1s, and an 080. Yeah, some people are really passionate and they'll build some pretty remarkable things. One of these days, I'm gonna have to start doing some layout tours. I know there's some people in the area who have some pretty remarkable layouts there. Anyway, I'm just waiting to see. First request I see, I'm gonna run it. Does anybody have any repair advice on a Bachmann I found at Goodwill? I've tested it, but it does... I'd assume they were gonna say not run. It's probably a 1980s Bachmann. The gear boxes on those things usually get jammed up because people would run them on the floor because they didn't use roadbed back when they were making those. So I would open up the drive system and see if it's all clean. It's probably dirty. Can you run a Norfolk Southern? Sure thing. All right, let's have a look. Here we are. Can you run the 210 too? I could probably run one of those. Planning on scratch building a Hershey in January. Good luck with that. It's certainly ambitious. I don't think I would take on a project like that myself, but if you're willing, like, yeah, all the power to you there. Can you run the brass Tyco steamer? Yeah, we can probably run that one. I think I did finally fix it. Anyway, we're gonna get this going here. Run a steam locomotive. Well, somebody was requesting for me to run the 210 too, so we'll get two birds with one stone there and run both basically. Do you have the Polar Express? If so, can you run it? I don't currently have the Polar Express. I'm considering getting one at some point, although modern finances might not allow for that. There we go. Northern Country Railroad, welcome. How are you? I decided to stop uploading on this and switch to making EAS scenarios, emergency alert system scenarios. I record only but for my Insta. New to your channel, do you have any E units? Well, welcome to the channel, James. I say this to a lot of people joining in. I'm not the most knowledgeable person about specific locomotive types. So if you have a wheel configuration, I might be able to identify what an E unit is, but I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind when somebody says E unit is the things you find on the Lionel. So yeah, not so great. The flange doors are ingenious. Can you please run the Western Maryland speed paint locomotive? Western Maryland speed paint locomotive. I don't know which one that is, unfortunately. Do you have an Ontario Northland train? Yes, I do. It's by Life Lake. I'll see if I can dig it up. Oh yeah, I was also supposed to run this little number here too, so I guess we'll put that on after that, but let's go find that Ontario Northland unit. Of course, I'm also going to run the 210 too, but that's already out, so that shouldn't be a problem. Here the little devil is. All right. Well, looks like we got a super chat. Let's see who that's from. Tyler Conrad, thank you for the super chat. Serenity. Anyway, back to live chat here. Hey, SMT. Okay, hey, SMT, can you run the Via Kool-Aid train or the engine of your choice? You can get the Kool-Aid one going. We haven't had that going in a while. I might do something not everybody would appreciate, though, and run it with a freight train. Because I'm a villain. There we are. Try to keep the camera somewhat steady here, too. Okay, so we're going to run it like this. We're going to put the 210-2 on, followed by this thing, followed by that, and also that. Gotta love the Athearn blue boxes. No derail in it, just you put it on the track and it runs. Do you have any UK locomotives? Not a whole lot at the moment. I've got one British steamer which sort of works, but that's about it. I want to get some UK stuff though. Your channel's amazing, it changed my life. Oh, thank you so much, Train Rider. I appreciate that. Have you ever been to Florida? Yes, I sure have. My grandparents used to have some property there. They bought a mobile, just two of those kind of longer homes there, and they would have me and my sister up, and yeah, it's a very fun place to visit. I loved going to Florida there. Fortunately, they sold their place, so I won't be going up there again anytime soon, probably, but it was very fun while it lasted. Anyway, let's get some other stuff going here. I think I was supposed to run this one next. Or was it the 210-2? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I agreed to run this one before I said I was going to run the 210-2, and I just forgot. So we're going to run this one for like 2 laps, maybe a few more, and then we'll run the 210-2, followed by some diesels and other stuff. Hey, SMT, I'm under a tornado watch, and I'm watching you. Well, hopefully no tornadoes stop by. Welcome to the live stream. Anyway, we're gonna use this. Yeah, look at this. It's got sound. Oh, that's good. Put the headlight on there. Northern Country Railroad. Hey, Harrison, how's it going? I was wondering if I could have some support. I'm 10 away from 350. Sure, everybody go check out Northern Country Railroad, who's only 10 subscribers away from the milestone of 350. Do you have any Burlington SD45s? I don't think I have any in the Burlington scheme. I'm planning a kit bash, an N-scale ALP44 into an Amtrak AEM7AC. You should get the Hogwarts Express. I found a Hogwarts Express at a train show. The guy wanted, I think, $140 for it, which he claimed was a good price. Probably not too bad in comparison to online, but I don't know. I think I had $100 on me, and there were a lot of other things I wanted to get, so I decided to pass up on it. Feel like I could probably make off with a better deal on it. I don't know how much those things are worth. It looks like we might have got another super chat. Juggernaut Plays. Hi again. Welcome. Thank you for the super chat. And for all the super chats I have to say. Serenity. I'm a little bit behind on the chat. I don't know what happened. It sort of went up. I think the fall into the winter would be the best time to work on all layouts because it's the best time to work. Try to get the layout or build another layout. Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's like, frankly, right now the weather is still nice out. And here in Canada, when it's cold, the other 12 and a half months of the year, it's good to use that little bit of space there to enjoy the warm weather. SMT is a Florida man, confirmed. Give you a shout out to Northern Country Railroad. Do you have any SD70 ACEs? Maybe? I don't know. When will you finish the Hershey factory? Where will it go on your layout? Okay, I can answer both those questions. I've set a date of completion for the spring of 2021, particularly April, so it should be done by sometime that month, next year. For location on the layout, it's not going to be going anywhere here. It's going to require its own layout. It's actually on its own layout because, frankly, this would just consume my entire town of Dunderville. It's bigger than the whole thing. So, yeah, it's going to need its own space. It's not really much of another option. Can you run the Swedish E2? I might run that at the end of the stream, but not for now. SMT, if you could, would you get a Bachmann AC S64 or CS44? The CS44 is the Charger, isn't it? I'm probably screwing this up. Like I said earlier, I'm not great with locomotive types, but if it is the Charger, I'll go with the ASC64 because I think it's not. I'm pretty sure the SC44 is the Charger, and I don't want one of those. Hagen Hale, I'm thinking about starting up a YouTube channel. What kind of camera do you have? How did you get your channel going? So for camera, I mean, right now I'm using the iPhone 11 Pro, which I'm pretty happy with it. But for use, I just used this iPhone 6s, and honestly, most cell phones I find have capabilities good enough to film and even edit video, so that's how I would go about it. It's how I make my videos to this day, as a matter of fact. Starting it off, I would suggest, if there's some part of the hobby, you're passionate about, make videos about that, and put some content on your site there, because people, I don't know, that's a lot of how this channel started off. There was a lot of support from a lot of other channels, but those channels only found this channel through the videos I made, and I found some other channels as well. So, yeah, that's what I would do if that's what you're going at. Hey, SMT, I got an NMRA Headquarters Express from Riverosity for $125. Do you think that was a good price? 5-car set. I don't really know what that is, but if it's an entire Riverosity set, a locomotive and cars for $125, probably not a bad deal. What's your opinion on mayonnaise? Good in small doses. How long have you been live? About 41 minutes. I'm trying to think of a name for my town. Any recommendations? There's any names you like or something that maybe has a kind of a positive attachment, that's where I would look. Sometimes you don't have to make it that exact name, but you can make it a variation. Hey SMT, do you have the bullet nose steam locomotive? I'm a huge fan of your videos. Thank you. Yeah, I do have one of those. I can even run it for you. Oh, Nick posted a link to the Discord, so if anybody wants to go there, you can. Funny that your town's name is Dunderville. My town's name is Dunder. Did you name it after The Office? Yes, it is named after The Office. It's you got Dunder Mifflin, so Dunder, and then I'm a big fan of the town here in Canada, Merrickville, Ontario. So it's got the Ville. I mean, I know Ville isn't specific to Merrickville, but you can see where the hybrid came about, and thus Dunderville was born. Anyway, it looks like somebody posted another super chat. Let's go find out. Fishing with Ryan. May you double head in EMD. Hashtag Serenity. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to need to find 2 EMD units. But if you have 2 EMD units you want me to run, I'll put them together for you there. But the looks of it, you're going to have to think about building Dunderville larger than it is when the Hershey factory is complete. Well, this is Dunderville, which is all fictional, and this is Industrial Dunderville. That's its own place. I don't even know if I've named it or not, but this is Canada, America, and that's Smith Falls, Ontario, which is a real place. So, yeah, the geography of it is a little bit peculiar, I guess you could say, but yeah. I need to watch The Office. It's a great show. I think it's even on Netflix, so if you have one of those accounts, you can go watch it right away. Definitely recommend it. I don't watch it a crazy amount these days, but I actually watched the show when it was on the air when I was a kid. My parents used to put it on there for themselves, and I used to just kind of hang out and watch it there. Frankly, I even liked it when I was a kid, which is interesting. Hey, SMT, do you ever run locos on the other layout? Can you please run the... I would. I don't currently have any controller hooked up to it, though, so I can't. And the track, which should be giving power to that layout, is it's long gone. That whole system, that was a bad idea. I'm going to have to come up with something new. But, anyway, let's get the 210-2 on here. Where's the best place to find model locomotives? Train shows. This is the way I'd go about it. You got train shows. Okay. If you have connections to people in the hobby and stuff like that, fair enough. But the way I would probably go about it is you got train shows. Somewhere in between there is kind of like buy and sell groups and stuff like that, and I know in America they use Craigslist. Here it's Kijiji. Those are usually cheaper than hobby shops, but not always. So kind of crossing over into hobby shops. And at the very top is the internet, because I find that's usually where the worst deals are. So yeah, you want to stay away from the net as much as possible, I find, for deals, because I don't find... You can find good deals, but you have to look a lot harder, I find. It could also be, though, just because I'm in Canada and we've got the exchange rate, you know, because something that's 14 Canadian dollars is also 14 American dollars, but that changes when you work with stuff online. You go to a train show, somebody's going to be selling something for a similar price to the States, but it's in Canadian dollars, so that turns good deals into great deals. That's weird. I don't know why it's stalled there. I have two layouts in my house. The HO is a Parsons Ridge. My N scale is a Parsons Michael Railroad. So I thought a name. How about Hersheyville? How's that? Yeah, it's whatever you want. Do you have one of those Tyco maintenance cabooses with a searchlight? If you do, can you please run it with a train of your choosing? I feel like I do have one of those. I have no idea where it would be right now, though. I've been scrounging at flea markets since no train shows. Well, true. Yeah, that's another good spot. I should have probably put that in there. Those can be a mixed bag, though. I don't know. And so, like antique stores and flea markets and things like that. Sometimes you find stuff where it's going like forever under the value because people don't know what it's worth. They think it's a toy and they sell it for below the value. But other times, somebody, you know, they'll say, "Oh, this is a vintage model train. Model trains are expensive. Therefore, this 1985 Bachmann GP38 is definitely worth $50. How far will one power system go? I've always wondered if bigger layouts use more than one power pack. I think the really jumbo ones do. I've never had a problem with this layout with really any controller. Yeah, I mean, the bigger you build it, the more resistance there's going to be in the track, I guess. So, but I don't know. You're going to have to be building an awfully big layout, I think, before that becomes a problem. Have you seen the Canadian Pacific SD70 ACU? I don't know. How do I send you a locomotive? There's a video on my channel. Search up SMT mainline. I got a PO box. You should find it. I'm not taking any repairs at the moment, though. So if that's what its intention was, unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Hey SMT, can you run the Go Transit? Well, sure. I'm gonna have to run a couple other things first, though. Well, specifically that in the Ontario Northland. Watching this while repainting a GP40. That's fun. How many locomotives do you have total? I would probably say about 300 at this point. That would be my guess. Hook up the Baby Ruth Chug Chug. I think the 210-2 just derailed. It would be great with this, though. Here, we'll get it set up on the track, and we'll kit it out with this piece right here. Kind of weird. I don't know if sometimes these engines, which I run a lot of, notice they get this weird buildup of stuff on the wheels. I guess it's just grime and oil and stuff like that, but yeah, it's weird that it just derailed that one time. I love your scale, SMT. I like HO. It's a good scale. Not the other ones are bad. It's just my preference. Hey, SMT, is your Hershey factory layout base made of foam? It is. I want to replace that with plywood, though, because it's too bendy. Can you please run the Hiawatha? We already ran the Hiawatha, so I think I'll run some other things before I go about doing that. UP 1943 is coming to my town. That's exciting. It's not very often that rolling stock is requested on the channel, so this is something kind of new. I think it just landed right on the track, too. That's funny. Okay. Oh, no, it's not fully on the track, I don't think. Rubbing alcohol will help clean those wheels, grime and oil. Use them on my O-gauge train. Yeah, it's probably all it needs. Do you have any suggestions on how to get decals with logos and such to put on a Loco? I've never done it before, so I wouldn't know where to buy those. I mean, you see them online, but I'm not entirely sure if that's a great place to buy them or not. Sounds like the 210-2 is derailed. These Mahano engines, probably some of the best steam engines out there you can get for your money, but they do not have good pulling capacity. That's their biggest flaw. Print decals are on clear white labels. Yeah, that's one way to do it. I guess you'll get exactly what you want. Probably need to have a decent printer for that, though, otherwise it might not look great. But I guess it really depends on the size, too. Ant and Bruce, welcome. We'll see if it will make it up. I don't know why the front drivers keep coming off. That's pretty weird. Let's see if it will make it up this time. Oh, slowing down. You can hear it. Printing decals. I use a laser decal material. I have a color laser. Damn good reproductions. Well, I guess that's one way to do it. Anyway, I think it's time to switch this thing up for something else. Not bad. Speaking of rolling stock, can you run the 75 subscriber boxcar? I don't know where that is. Can you run the DD40? Sure. I'll put the VIA on first, though, because I've been waiting a while to run that little number. We're no strangers to trains. That's something I think you could probably say pretty confidently to pretty much everybody watching this. Love the chug chug. It's fun. Looks great, too. Anyway, we're now going to run this freight train with a VIA passenger train. Don't ask how that happened. It's just good to watch. Hey, SMT, do you have any CSX trains? If so, can you make it run? Sure. Double-headed EMD. Yeah, I know I want a double-head 2 EMD units for you there, but I don't know what units out of my collections are from EMD. The F units would be, right? I'm gonna search this up. I think, yeah, that sounds right. We're gonna find this out. I'm gonna search up what an F3 is. And yes, it is. Well, okay, that's good news. That means I can just run some F units because I got plenty of those. Oh yes, look, here it is. It's the EMD F3, so it is by them. That doesn't look. Oh, it is an F3. Huh. All right. Fair enough. So now, all we got to do is find two engines that will work well together, lash them up, and we'll be in business. only there are 2 Atherns, which could couple together, then... Oh. Okay. Let's start. Just need to find my other chassis system one, and we'll be in business there. Yeah, trying to find 2 engines with matching drive systems is not as easy as I thought. That's not the right one either. I don't know where my chassis system is. Ha! Well, except I own 2 of these, so I don't know where the other one is. Oh. Looking for that. Christmas. Uh-oh. Looks like I missed a beat. Back to the drawing board. Yeah, like here it is. Yeah, that's what I want. Fantastic. All right, well, we'll let this get back around here. We'll run the lifelike, and then we'll do some other stuff. Sneaky locomotive. Yes, sneaky locomotive, or maybe just poor job cleaning up might be the real source of my problem there. I mean, that has no reason to be there. I think it was running fine last time. What about the GO train? I'll get to it. I just have to run the other stuff I promised first. First come, first serve. Something like that. But first... Do you have a Metra? I don't think I have anything from Metra. Can you run the trolley line? I don't know. Can you run the E8s, or have you already? I haven't, but I broke one of the couplers, so I can't run them as a set because some of them are a bit faster than others. Okay, come on, Team Lifelike. Full power. Let's see here. Amtrak Man 737, can you please run all of your E8s? Well, I'll run 2 of them for you there, but I mean, I wish I could couple them all up, but it's just not going to work, unfortunately, until I fix those couplers. Do you have an ACS 64? Well, I don't know what it is, so I don't think you do. How can I communicate with you to send locomotive so you can repair it? I'm not taking any repairs at the moment. Yeah, well, Ganandas? Oh, look, this thing's coming right back to life. It's running great. Hashtag Team Lifelike. That's it. Go Team Lifelike. Yeah, I like the enthusiasm here. Team Lifelike. Hey, sometimes on the SMT layout I'm taking the L, but not 2. Hey, you said you'd run the bullet nose. Yeah, all the people that want to request, I'm gonna run these things, but like I said earlier, first come, first serve. Takes time. Okay then. But we can run this. The EMD lot, so if we, Ryan, here, let me find the super chat here. So, fishing with Ryan. Here you go. Here's the one you requested there. 2 EMD units there. So we've got a Lifelike Canadian National unit there. Second gen Lifelike, and I got another second gen Lifelike, also from the 70s. Although this one's in a chassis system paint scheme. And together they make the EMD consist that you requested there. So we're going to give it some power. Hopefully this will work. I don't even know if that's CN unit. I don't know if I like that. If these go opposite directions, I think I'm going to go out of my mind. Oh no, I finally find one that works and it's wired backwards. Darn. Well, I don't even know what to do now. I wonder if it's the same thing for my dad's lifelike here. Lol. Sad trumpet noises. People, they know exactly what to say. Here, let's see here. Okay, now we're going somewhere. So we're just going to... yeah, that will hold. Red-green this up a little bit here. There we go, yeah. This is Team Lifelike. Look at that. It's fantastic. I love this. Oh my god, it's like so much lifelike power all in one zone. I don't even know if I can handle it. This isn't bad, actually. They're running relatively smooth. I mean, they're four-wheel contact locomotives, and look, the lights are barely flickering or anything like that. Can't say they're the most efficient engines out on the market. I mean, they're both drawing about 1/4 of an amp each, but or no, they'd be drawing 1/2 an amp each. Yeah, they're drawing 1/2 an amp each. And for their age, it's not bad though. I've seen worse. Oh, that looks like oh. Okay, well, I think that concludes our running lifelike engines before my controller goes pop. But anyway, so there you go, fishing with Ryan. There's your request. Appreciate it. Anyway, next on the drawing table, we're supposed to run some Tyco E8s. I can only run 2 because, as I mentioned earlier, the couplers went kaput on me there, but we can run that one. Where the heck's the third one? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna run these two. Can't hook them up to anything though, because they don't have any front couplers, which is interesting. Run the Go train. Next up on the list. Oh, actually, I'm gonna run the bullet nose next because it can haul this freight train around. The Go train's the Go train, so I need to move that over. Do you have a P42? Yes, I sure do. I don't know if it runs anymore. I've got an Amtrak one and I've got a VIA one. The VIA one's my favorite. I always wanted that engine. My parents looked and they found one on eBay, and I had pretty much concluded that I was never going to get one because it was just like they were so hard to find at the time there. And I think it was my 9th birthday. It was 2010, and I got this Athearn Blue Box, and I'm like, oh, what's this? Maybe I got some sort of engine. I opened it up. There's never a kit of reactions, but I remember screaming over that one. Oh, that was good. I don't know if these are going to start, though. This go dead. That's not good. Well, I guess that needs to get fixed. So there's something new. That one, this will hopefully start. Do you have any 440s? If so, can you run them? Sure I do. Can't think of any in particular off the top of my head. Actually, the Jupiter might be, but that one's broken. There we go. So, Amtrak Man 737, I'm sorry I couldn't run them all. I would if I had the proper couplers, but I need to replace those. But, here you go. Hey, SMT, I'm looking for a nice freight locomotive for my collection. Anything from a certain railroad you would recommend? I mean, I know it's a super lame answer not to, say anything in particular, but I mean, it comes down to a matter of preference. I personally like CN, so if I was looking for one of my first diesels, I'd probably go for a CN, but again, it's all about preference. Hello, I just joined the stream. Welcome, trains and other stuff. What did you miss? We've just been running all sorts of different trains and stuff like that. You need to get a B in it for those E8s and making an ABA train. I don't know if Tyco made any B units about the size. Do you have any pre-war trains? Possibly pre-World War II, but I don't think any further than that. SMT, do you like orange juice or milk? If I had to pick between the two, I would go with orange juice. Do you have any Pico locomotives? If so, can you run them? Well, I don't know. I think that most recent weird Russian/German engine, I think that was a Pico one, wasn't it? Yeah. We're going to run the bullet nose first, though. Where did you get your train locomotives? I'm from Ontario, Canada. All sorts of different places. Probably the #1 source would be hobby shops and train shows, though. Third might be the internet. Or pretty much mostly eBay. And in any case, though, SMT, great cheesy news. Your Quebec Maple Coke has made it to BC. Quebec Maple Coke. I don't know if I've heard of that. You're talking about Pepsi? Quebecers aren't generally very big fans of Coke. It's all about Pepsi here. Sorry, my brain just tuned out for a moment there. I was supposed to run the bullet nose. I don't know why I was walking over there. I feel like there was a reason, but I can't remember. There we are. Big boy models are like $300. I mean, it really depends. I'm sure you could find them for cheaper, but most of the ones I was seeing were going for about $200, and they weren't even in greatest shape. So, yeah, I don't know. I remember back in the crazy times of the early 2010s when those were going for about $150 on the high side. What times those were? Hey, SMT, what's a good price for a big boy? I don't know anymore. I can't help but feel it was definitely the restoration of 4014, though, that brought those up in value. Put some hype around them. Could you run both of your P42s? Well, I don't even know if they both work, and also one of them is DCC and the other one's DC, so I don't think it would work. SMT, need to get another pair of New Haven E8s to make 6. Absolutely. If I find more at a good price, I'd love to buy more. Absolutely. It'd be great. Hopefully one day I'll be stumbling around a train show or something like that, and maybe I'll find 2 more, and then I can have 6 of them. It would be nice. Well, I've already got 4, and I'm pretty thankful for that. I really like those. Alright, so we're going to send that around. I'm not sure if it's going to make it a full lap without derailing, but in any case, should get there. SMT, Canadian National or Canadian Pacific? Canadian National for my tastes. It's definitely one of my favorite steam engines in my collection. What a great engine. Whoa, what was that? Okay, yeah. tender seems to be doing some funny stuff there. I don't know what happened to it, but it almost sounded like it hit something. Maybe I didn't tighten these up or something feels wrong about these trucks here. Yeah, I'm gonna take that to the repair bench later. Something's off there. Yeah, okay, something happened to the tender there. I just put it back on the track and it's already derailed. Having a tender moment. Yeah, that's what you could call a tender moment. Let's see what my yeah, I can feel it. There's something wrong with this. Yeah, I'm not gonna fool around with that one-handed though. I'm gonna definitely end up dropping this thing. And as I was saying, it's one of my favorite engines there, so I don't really want to break it. Not that I love breaking stuff, but it seems to happen here. So I guess in that case, we're gonna run the Go train because that's what people want. I have to get this lot off the main line first, though. Oh, actually, this is good because I can do this. How old are you? I'm 19. That's 19 Canadian years, though. What curves do your layout use? Mostly 22 radius. At least on the main line. The short lines I don't know what you'd call them. Spurs are kind of usually different. Some of them are 15 on the lowest. There's the hand of God switching. Yes, exactly. How long did it take you to make your layout? It's sort of hard to say because the thing is that it's not a start to finish thing. It's like I started building it, but then, I get better at it. So you rebuild a section, you do that over and over and over again. So this has probably been rebuilt, who knows how many times, but it's gone on since 2007, but that's not, that's not start to finish. It's not like I started it in 2007 and then, it's working straight through. It's like you start, you get some progress done, but then you change it for something better, so. How much money have you put into your layout? I have no idea. I'd probably be kind of alarmed to find out how much I've sunk into it, but I mean, it's a labor of love, right? It's not about the money, it's about having a nice time, so I don't regret it. Hey, SMG, how do you keep electricity through your flop down track section between layouts? You solder some wires to one section of track or to your controller, it doesn't matter, and then you connect those to the section that is disconnected. Same way to wire up electrical blocks too, by the way. So you're on that 040 B&O I saw in those sidings. That? Hey, SMT, can you run the Santa Fe Super Chief with the coaches? SMT says it's not about the money. His future wife. Wanna bet? Yeah, I don't know, I hope not. What I need to do is find a woman who has a hobby which is just irresponsible as this one, and then I can justify it. So that's the solution. Good layout. I forgot about this problem. Yeah, there we are. Wunderbar. How many CSX trains, and if so, can you run one? Well, I have one of them, yeah. Better yet, find one who likes trains. My wife doesn't, but she's a whiz at scenery. Well, that's a start. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I would say that I don't think that there's too many females in the hobby, but lately my analytics are showing that they're making up about 40% of my audience. So, yeah, I don't. Maybe I'm wrong about that. The video there, the eBay unboxing, it's like 55% female viewers. I was so shocked to find that out. But hey, whoever wants to watch the videos, doesn't matter to me. All the power to them. I was just surprised. Have you ever tried weathering a locomotive? Not so much, no. I did some vandalism on a small container car I had, though. I think I made a stencil and I spray painted over it, and it said something like the Bad Kids Club. I don't know. It was really dumb, you know. Bye, my comments aren't being read. I try to rise everyone's. Sorry to say that I was supposed to say doesn't love trains. SMT, the best way to get in touch with you for Wednesday night live streams. Meet the live streamer. Probably through my email. I'm sorry if you've been. I know you sent a message a while back. I think I sent one back, but Facebook I don't find is all that great because I just don't really log on to it. So probably email or Instagram. If you have Instagram, that's a good way. Do you have any CSX trains? If so, can you run one? Yeah, basement tour 1. I can do a basement tour right now. It's not terribly exciting, but here we are. So here we go. We got our air control system, you know, heating and cooling. There's like a thing in there, a motor turns air around. This is my workbench. It's quite reminiscent of the layout. I don't know what the common denominator is, but it's similar. My dollar store light. This is doing some interesting stuff. Never mind. And yeah, and then we come right back around and we're back to the layout. I'm building Chuff in Roblox. Wow. Do you have a P.O. box to mail something to you? I got some train parts you might appreciate. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I can... You know what? I've got this. So if you... what you can do, if you're watching this on a phone or a computer, if you know how to take a screenshot... Oh, there you go. Much appreciated. Thank you. Anyway, hello from... Whoa... hello from Orilla. Hello. Any Southern Pacific Daylight paint scheme, steam or diesel? Well, I've got the Daylight cars, and I've also got this Black Widow engine. I've got a diesel version 2 over there. In 20 years, we will probably have subways more than freight or commuter trains. Well, subways is an interesting stuff. I see the market for commuter trains being quite prosperous. What's your oldest loco? Oh, well, it's not really powered, but somebody said this kind of bizarro piece right here is from the 40s. I don't know exactly when, but I don't know. This is probably the oldest piece of equipment I own. Pretty odd. And then this is up there, although I don't know when this is from. I thought it was from the 40s there, but it turned out that the numbers that were on it were actually just parts numbers, so I have no idea when that was actually rolled off an assembly line. Anyway, I think it's time to run some different equipment. There's been a lot of requests for a Csx locomotive, so I guess we'll run that. I mean, heck, we'll put the freight train out on the main line. It's probably a similar speed, and we'll just have a freight train and a passenger train going at the same time. What could possibly go wrong? Famous last words. So all subways, not practical, especially in areas subject to earthquakes. Here in SoCal, we have some subways for commuters. I won't ride them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, here in Ottawa, we have, you know, a borderline subway system, but it's all just run with light rail trains. I mean, I think they pretty much do the exact same job, so heck, why not? Although Alstom really botched the job on those. Oh man, they're full of so many problems. I don't know what they were up to when they designed and built those things, but they really mucked it up this time. It's not even funny how many things have gone wrong with those. And such silly things, too, like the wheels are wearing out early. It's like, come on, Alstom, you built, like, the fastest train in the world, and you don't know how to build, like, wheel sets properly. Like, what's going on? But what can you do? Don't buy them. How's about that? SMT, do a dab. Not Logan Paul. I'm not doing that. That's your favorite model train company. My favorite modern one, Rapido. Their prices are high, but you get pretty nice stuff, and frankly, I admire their innovation. And they save actual rail artifacts, which it's got to be something. And you can just tell from, I find, how they operate their company, like from a media standpoint. They are genuine rail, trained people who are actually passionate about what they're making, so I like that. I mean, I thought it was hilarious when they did the virtual train show, and you had all the, people who are like representatives of each company, and, they have this very professional setup with all their branding behind it and stuff like that, and they talk about very seriously about what everything is. And then finally Rapido comes on, and it's, Jason Schron on there, and he just gives everybody a tour of his, what is CN or Via car that he has in his basement, and then tells everybody about how terrible, Yoko Ono and, oh man, what's his name there? It's the wedding album for Yoko Ono and the other famous guy from the Beatles there. The guy who made the song Imagine. What's his name? It's not coming to mind, but I have it on the tip of my tongue. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. Anyway, John Lennon. Yes, that's it. John Lennon. So, yeah, you got to give Rapido credit, It's just very entertaining after you got all these corporate people coming on here, and then you just have Jason Schron there with Rapido showing off his car and then complaining about Yoko Ono and John Lennon's wedding album. It's so good. Yeah, that's fun. I got a real kick out of that. Apparently, the GO train, the Athern's a bit faster than the Bachmann. That's what we've learned today. So, I guess we'll just have to put another Athern on. That way, it's like a good match. Rapido trains will have a field day with the LRC video. 8 on order. I don't know. You gotta love their videos, too. The sense of comedy in all of them. Hey, SMT, can you please run the Santa Fe Super Chief with its coaches? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I wonder if this is probably faster than the GO engine. Concore. I think this had a problem, though. Yep. I really want to start a model railroad with my materials, scenery, trains, and electronics. Yeah, they are expensive. Do you ever plan on expanding the layout in the near future? Probably not. Can you run something on the other layout? If I had a controller hooked up to it, I'd be happy to, but it's just not there. I'll have to wire something up at some point. There's no plugs or anything really out there because I went and tapped this to wire all this up. So yeah, I could plug something in, but I'd have to unplug one of my lights, and I kind of like them. Train Storm Bear Market. I saw your comment on the mock tank last. Oh yeah, that was funny. I was browsing YouTube last night, and his channel, this guy named Mock, and he makes fun of all sorts of commercials and stuff like that. And he was doing a parody where he went on Shark Tank and advertised all these ridiculous products that he invented. And I found Train Storm Paramarquette Productions in the comments, and I was just scrolling through, and I was like, hang on a second, I know that guy. So I went and replied, and I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Yeah, Athern on Athern. Look at how close that is. Looks like that one's pulling away, though, which is funny because it's actually an older, less efficient engine. SMT, can you show us the upstairs? Yeah, I think I'll just keep the trains running down here. Can you please run an 440 steamer? I don't know that I have any working ones. I added Strawberry Fields Forever to the footage of your stream getting messed up over the... Oh, that's fantastic. That video where something went wrong and the screen got distorted. Strawberry Fields Forever is definitely the right song to play over something like that. I think my phone might have had some products out of the old Hershey factory in Smith Falls, wink wink, before it did that. Okay, this might be going a bit too fast, so we're going to have to use a strategy. That didn't work. Yeah, we need to find a new engine. This one's just too darn fast. Hey SMT, longtime fan here. Watching your videos makes me wish I had the space and money to build the layout. My whole collection. My BL INNW has been the crown jewel. Also my favorite Loco. What about you? I got a lot of favorite locomotives, I think, out of them. It's got to be the Hiawatha, just because it's got so much history with this channel. But of course, I bought my childhood steam train recently, and I'm starting to get quite attached to that as well. So there's that. But thank you very much for the comment. I really appreciate that. I love. It means so much when somebody talks about how they enjoy these videos or how it got them back into the hobby. It really does. So I very much appreciate that. Anyway, what's your opinion on JoJo? Who's JoJo? Are you running DC? Mostly, I mean, I've got this, but most of my stuff's DC. He's on Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Smart light. It's a smart light that you tap and the bulb goes out. I think that's a dumb light. I mean, I bought it from the dollar store. Oh, it only cost me $1. I mean, what do you expect? Aside from the big boy, do you have any other articulated steamers? Not any working ones. LRT Cinco almost killed Starbucks. That's true. It was right beside it. The old Hershey factory is now a blank plant. Yeah, I'm gonna use blank to describe what they're making now. Something to play Strawberry Fields to, I think. Now finding, this is probably a similar speed because this is in poor condition, so it might just work. I tried the same thing you were doing, and the engine was way faster than the other. Yeah, speed coordination is not easy on DC. Devil's lettuce. That's a good word. What happened to your town's tracks? Well, I replaced these switches, but I don't know. After we do all this, it's got problems. It didn't even start. Uh-oh. Okay, that might be a bit too much. The GO train's gonna definitely... Well, yeah, it's catching up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, that's not gonna work out either. Left-handed 6. Things people come up with. Oh! That doesn't have a coupler. I'm running out of ideas. DCC. That would work, but I'd have to pick a different engine because that one's not DCC. Probably shouldn't be here. Yeah, these streams are rated 13, probably 14 plus for anyone who doesn't know. Just putting it out there. Run the little maintenance car, Gandy Dancer. Sure. Let's see here, though. I have a bit more confidence this one's going to... that one's slower, too. I don't understand why that other Athearn was so much faster. It's funny. Run the Bombardier Talent. Yeah, we haven't run that in a while. That sounds good. Okay, just need to get all these other pieces off the main line, and then we'll run that. Also the Gandy Dancer, which I have. This is such a great piece of equipment. So small you can pick up other pieces of rolling stock and you don't even have to worry about it. Hey SMT, I play a game called on Roadblocks called RO Scale Sandbox. I'm trying to build your layout on the game. I was wondering if you could show a close-up of the layout. Do you mean a close-up, or do you mean like a pan like that? Because I mean I can do a close-up, but you know it might not be very helpful. Don't forget about the Santa Fe Super Chief. Well, I guess so. I mean I've got the cars right here, but I don't know what engine. I mean I could use that this one again, but it's not a great puller. Spaceball. Yeah, I need to fix the Spaceball. Unfortunately, the traction bands on it went out. Next time I go to a train show, I want to buy something and send it to you. Oh, thank you. HMC liner, the Santa Fe one. I mean, we can try. I'm not entirely confident that that thing's even going to start, though. Oh, not again. I saw the Spaceball in the chat and immediately thought of Spaceballs. Well, that's the reference, because I've got this Athearn, what's it called there? Bud car. And it, the thing is it's one of those band drive ones, and if you don't know what those are, they're older drive system from Athearn. Anyway, they're fast as heck, and you know, of course, in the movie Spaceballs, you know, they go to ludicrous speed, so I thought it was only fitting. Your sister put new traction tires on it. Was that it? Gee, I thought it was a different engine. There's an AHM something. I can't remember. Who knows? That's why I don't use track very much. Anyway, David of DB Tech requested that I run this, so here we are. And this runs a lot better than I remember. It's even creeping. That's amazing. Best gift to get for any of your model railroading friends, in my opinion. I got one of these for one of my train buddies way back when. It's his birthday. Yeah, budgeted 25 bucks. That's what they used to go for, so I picked him up one of these. Great little gift. It's adorable. Yeah. This always puts a smile on my face, honestly, just seeing this little thing putt around. It's so funny. That's cute. Yeah, the little yeah, most novel thing you can probably get for your layout. Nice work, Bachman. Now, anyway, let's get the Talon on. We haven't run this in a while. I'm going to place my phone on the layout because this thing requires 2 hands to pick it up there. So anyway, just hang tight for a moment there. I'll be right over. I don't know if I've got it on the right way. I can't even remember if there's a specific way to put it on there, but anyway, set it to DCC. I don't even know what this thing's programmed to. We're gonna go with 3 because, yep. That should have put the headlights on. Gee, I hope they didn't burn out or... Oh, there they are, okay. Yeah, something to make Joseph Hamon Bombardier proud. Yeah, I quite like that. More trains than track. Yeah, it's a good ratio. You want to have more locomotives than rolling stock and more trains than track. I know some professional model railroaders may say, oh, that's irresponsible, but the point of the hobby is having fun, so this is about the ratio you want right here. Let's get this thing going a little bit faster. Do another one of these live streams soon. I wear headphones and I watch these streams. I'm surprised by how quiet some of the locomotives are. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess you get a bit used to having the old, you know, Atherns and stuff like that, which are pretty loud on. And then you get something like this, which is probably only about 20 years old on. And, well, it's quite a different ball game. I think I opened this thing up. It had a decoder in it from 1999. So this thing was probably built the exact same year the real Bombardier Talents were actually built for my city of Ottawa. Isn't that cool? Except I had to import this one actually did. It also came from Germany, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, just like the real thing, it was made in 1999 in Germany, and it was imported to Canada for operation here. And the same thing was for the model. Isn't that unique? I use the easy command system more than the other DCC things because it's less complicated. It is a very good system for, you know, being intuitive. It's very, very straightforward. This thing, I mean, I like it. It's a good controller. It gets the job done, but it's not that straightforward. I don't find it's terribly intuitive. Hey, SMT, I was wondering if your new logging locomotive from Larkspur runs. That's a good question. I haven't run it yet. I don't even know where I put the box because I moved back from the ranch there, but it wasn't me who actually picked up all the stuff. It was my sister, so I have no idea where that is right now. If I knew where it was, I would go take it. Well, heck, okay, I'm going to go have a quick look for it. I'm going to leave this thing running unattended there, so that should be interesting. I'll set this up. Hopefully this will be entertaining there. And I'm going to attempt to go try to find it there. I have no idea where it is. I'm just there's a couple places it could be, but let me check. Be right back. I'm pretty dumb, you know. I thought I hadn't brought it up here, but yeah, it's this box. because I went looking for it, and then I remembered, hang on a minute, I brought those cars up, so where did I put the box? And then I thought about it more, and it was like, yeah, it's probably in that box. So I guess we can do a bit of an unboxing live here, because those go well. I'm not sure. See, I wasn't even the one who my dear sister there who repackaged all this, so I don't even know what she did, but fair enough. Okay, let's get the talent off the track. Ooh, a live unboxing. Well, I've already unboxed it, but we can at least test it live. No idea how it's going to perform. Let me just get the talent off the main line here, and then we'll see what is up. I'm pretty curious myself what exactly I bought here. So the guy at the store never made any promises of it running. I just kind of assumed it did. Famous last words, right? Cute. Yeah, it's funny. It's almost as good as the Gandy Dancer. Don't have the address. Well, it's not my address. This is just my P.O. box. I don't know whose address this is, but it's not mine. So don't harass whatever this is. But I don't even know if this is an address. This is just a parts diagram. You can't even send anything to that. Okay. Well, I heard something from the motor there, so that's a start. I got that little screw there. I have to do that part later, but let's just see if the engine itself actually runs here. Okay. I think it needs, this might not have been run for a while. Well, it's doing it. Well, fair enough. It might need a bit of lubrication, but I mean, heck, like that's not bad. Doesn't look like it got anything in the way of a headlight there, but fair enough. All right, well, so there we go. Anyway, that's good. Just look at that detailing, though. My grandfather worked for the Contrail New Haven Metro North. That's cool. What about the trains from the ranch? Well, the trains from the ranch are all in all those various boxes right there. I have to take them out. So they haven't been tested yet. I mean, I guess why not? Why don't we do some tests here? See what is going on with them, because probably would have ended up doing tests on them anyway. Got some letters there. Let's see. I just threw them all in. Yeah. So here are the two engines, which we unboxed at the ranch. A lot of people said this is an Athearn of some kind, so I guess this was a kind of a leg up on their band drive engines of the time. But the person who sent it said that it did start, but that it wouldn't consistently run, so I have no idea what's wrong with it, but I've never even seen one like this before, so who knows. Well, got it working late. It sounded for a second there like it was gonna kind of start, but nothing. So, yeah, no joke. That thing definitely does need to get fixed. The steam engine, I have no idea what's gonna be up with that, but Mantua Tychos can be a little bit temperamental, so who knows. I have a guess that it could be just a problem with the tender. And if we hook that wire up to the track, it's actually going to run fine. Only one way to find out, I guess. Well, I got a working motor, but that's not starting. There's something... Oh, well, heck, no wonder there's no screws in there. There's nothing holding this plate down. The motor's not even mounted right. Oh, that's going to be fun. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fix that. Gotta give it a try, I guess. Anyway, there's probably something I said I was going to run after the, the Super Chief. Right. And we'll try to run it with that AHMF unit, or C-liner, I should say, but have you been to Miniature Wonderland in Germany? If not, which you went there, you recorded if you go there. I want to go there at some point in my life. I've seen videos about that place. It looks like a lot of fun. It was pretty cool too, because the guys who I guess kind of founded and ultimately run that place raced James May of Top Gear in a train race years ago. They rebuilt the... What was that line called? It was some line out in England that Dr. Beeching destroyed, and they rebuilt it with 2 lines, and it was a race between the British and the Germans. And they had 6 different trains, so the Brits had 3 and the Germans had 3, and one was supposed to be steam, the next was supposed to be, kind of modern era, and then the third was Mystery Train of the Future. I don't know. It was a really... I loved watching that. The Great Train Race. That's what it was called. James May on James May's Toy Stories. Yeah, that was it. Do you like roller coasters? I haven't been on too many, but yeah, they're fun. Up Barnstable to Binneford was the route. Right, yeah. Yeah, so what I was going to say is up in Maine there, in Old Orchard Beach there, they've got amusement park and they got a roller coaster. I've been on that one a few times. It's pretty fun. Flying Scotsman with realistic chuffing sounds. Yeah. It's kind of cool when you have people like James May and Rod Stewart there. I don't know. They're like a good image for the hobby. Who's the other one there who's famous there? I think it was one of the main characters on Breaking Bad too. I'm pretty sure he is a model train collector. There might be a few more. I don't know. There's a whole variety of celebrities who they're in the hobby in one way or another. What time is it where you are, SMT? It just became 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right. I don't think this coupler meets NMRA standards there. Look at the height difference. That's bad. Oh, there's no way this is going to work, even if the engine does start. Oh, look at that. There's hope. Well, okay. Oh no. Yeah, it's that low hanging coupler. It's flipping the switches. I think that's the problem. Big boy with coaches. Yeah, I don't know. It's a nice match though. I mean, look at that. Got the silver's a good match. Someone gave me an Athearn Blue Box CSX-9 for $1 because it wasn't working well. It was close to the holiday. Oh, this is so bad. What the heck is going on here? There we are. All right. Now that's not coupling. Okay, take 3 or so. It's like I'm giving it more power. You can hear the engine revving higher, but it's not going any faster. It is working though. I was a skeptic. It's running. There we go. Full revs. In. Full short. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pick something else. Nice. SMT, please read my last comment. Just post it back in the chat, otherwise, I don't know, I might not be able to find it. That's 1 week motor. Yeah, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. Yeah, that's it. Poor AHM3 pole. you can hear the brushes knocking because the commutator is so warped. Sam's Railroad Productions. Can I have a shout out? I'm at 46. Absolutely. Everybody go check out Sam's Railroad Productions, who is only 4 subscribers away from having 50. Have you ever been to Steamtown, USA in New York? Because I saw the big boy. I've been to Steamtown, USA, but it's not in New York. It's Scranton, Pennsylvania. Great place, though. DV Tech scrumptious model trains. SMT, I want to send you some Blue Goose coaches. Oh, thank you. I think this is running better. What does SMT stand for? Well, as David of DV Tech said, scrumptious model trains. MSH Railfin. Good night, SMT. Tell Nerfcat I said hi. Alright, I will do. She may not look by much, but she's got where, she's got it where it counts. Yeah, Han Solo. I don't know. I feel like I've got a few engines that you could probably apply that quote to. The NS Sudbury line runs through Scranton, Pennsylvania. SMT, just build your own Shay since people are telling you to buy one. I don't know. Ever been to Strattsburg? I haven't been to Strattsburg. I'm from Scranton. Scranton's a great city. I loved visiting there. Some fantastic things too. I don't know, like all the restaurants. Me and my dad were blown away because we went to a restaurant. Got 2 hot dogs, fries, yeah, all the fixings, right? Drinks, everything. And the whole bill for both of us came to $10. It's like if you're in Canada, that'd be like 25 bucks or something like that. You're like, you're kidding. It was the same thing at every store. It was all reasonably priced and the people were nice. I don't know. It was a super nice city. Very honest, I would say. $10. Yeah, I know, $10. I couldn't believe that. Coney Island, that's it. Coney Island, all baseball themed. It was fantastic. Why is everything here in Canada so expensive? I don't know. What a deal. don't you have the electric sign from Scran 2? Yeah. Courtesy of David's E to G scale there. Let me see if I can start this up. This is like the new, gee, maybe I forgot to shut it off last time or something. Yeah, it looks like the batteries are dead on it. But anyway, when this thing's lit up, it's quite something to behold there. Of course, I saw the real sign in real life too, so made it that one much more special. Sometimes I wonder if they know what people are selling sometimes. 30 Canadian dollars, first HO Loco. It's a 48201 class. Can you show the coach's light on camera? Well, I mean, I could shut off the lights, then we could see the train in the dark. This would look great in the dark, actually. Let me just push some buttons here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Clearly I need to do a bit of wiring on, or at least wheel cleaning on a couple of those coaches, but, whatever customers are in the second coach there, they're doing so. Phoenix Smith SMT After Dark. It looks like they're candlelit. I'll let this go one more by, and then I'll put the light back on there. SMT, where did you get the grass and buildings? It's mostly from my local hobby shop, Hobby House. Anyway, that's enough of that fun there. Let's turn that back on. Have you ever considered installing electrified crossings on your layout? I mean, it would be nice, but I don't know, it seems sort of complicated. Just your average Joe boy, welcome. Anyway, let's we'll put something else. Romantic dinner on the F7, that's it. Yes, it is the F7 at the disco. Oh, this thing's warm too. Yep, that. Well, it's been run well. Dead phone. Did you ever make a video on how to make electrical blocks? Yeah, I did. I don't know what I titled it, though. Something about setting up. It's an older video of mine. It's probably not that great, but yeah, I did show how at one point to do that. David Snyder, Tech and more, SMT, you're ignoring me. I'm not ignoring you. YouTube just has ways of organizing comments there, so I might not have seen any of your comments. Sorry that's happening, but it's not me. Christine Howe, good night, gotta go. Well, thank you very much for stopping by there. I'm watching this while doing my annual locomotive maintenance. Annual locomotive maintenance. Probably something a lot of people should do, myself included. Can you run the BNSF 301 engine? Sure. Nerf Cat. I don't know where Nerf Kitty is. He might be outside. I guess I could go try to find him. BNSF. Here it is. Do you have the Polar Express? And do you have HO? Yeah, this is all HO scale. I don't currently have a Polar Express set. Which Coney Island did you go to? Well, it was the Coney Island restaurant downtown Scranton, right across. I think it was either right across or it was just down the street from the mall at Steamtown. So yeah, I'm not sure if that. I remember it being somewhere around there. I like the mall at Steamtown, too. That place was great. Your chat is behind. Yeah, you know what? Boom. Don't you mean the North Pole Express? Oh, of course, the Bachman North Pole Express. Yeah, gotta love Bachman's creativity on that. How much is the big boy? I don't know. It was a gift. Well, I got with the big boy, even though I get timed out. Where do you live? You sound far. Near the nation's capital of Ottawa, Canada's capital. Can you run the TGV train? Sure. SMT Chicagoland Toys and Hobbies is a really good hobby shop. If you're ever in Chicago, they have many great prices and Locos to choose from. They also have tons of O, N, and HO stock. Sounds like quite a store. I just found out that Bill Gates owns most of CN Rail. Really? I wasn't aware of that. Can you run the big boy? We've already run it. Please go look for Nerf Cat. Okay, well, we'll get the TGV on, and then I'll go. I'll let that run with the camera set up here, and then we'll get the. I'll try to get the Nerf Cat. Warren Buffett apparently owns BNSF. Oh, so this is a Warren Buffett train. Have you ever been on the Canadian train? No, I haven't been on that. Truth is, I mean, I love the country there, but I haven't actually. Most of my exploring of Canada has mainly been in Quebec and Ontario. I haven't really been to a lot of the other provinces. I want to go there, but just haven't. I mean, I've technically been to Vancouver because, I went through Vancouver Airport, but it's not like I, seen, I've like walked around the city and experienced the culture. I don't know. I don't really consider landing in an airport much of a visit. It's like, yeah, you've been on the soil, but it's like I've been to Chicago because I went through Chicago Airport once. If you ever come to Ohio, there are good places to see trains. I've been to Ohio. I went to glorious Cincinnati. I got to go to the Greater Cincinnati / Kentucky Railway Museum. That place was wonderful, and I think the store was called Tom's Trains. That was a good shop, and some untrain related things included going to Forest Fair Village Mall. What a great Forest Fair Village, probably the most quiet mall in all of Ohio, but I gotta say, it was an experience like no other. If you ever go on the Canadian Go in March, you'll get more accommodations. I am Nerf Cat. No, you are not. Out. Okay, I'm just gonna let this run a lap before that. If you ever go to Chicago, go to Union Station. Illinois Railway Museum is the largest railway museum in the United States. Do you watch Virtual Railfan? I have watched Virtual Railfan before. I mean, I guess it's an interesting concept, but I don't know. Frankly, I didn't find it was all that fun because, you're waiting hours for a train on the camera there, and the people who moderate the chat are very serious. Like, if you talk about a certain, like a Dodge Charger drives by and you comment on that, you've said irrelevant chat, so they're going to warn you about it, and it's just like, what is this? The quietest mall in Ohio is the Sandusky Mall. There's like 7 stores, half of them suck. No, Forest Fair Village was even quieter. They've got 2 anchor stores and an arcade. That's the entire mall. And the whole thing, it's big enough for 200 stores. It was crazy. You're just walking around, but beautiful. It's in perfect shape and everything like that. It's the craziest experience I think I've ever had. Retail experience. It was just so cool. I'm not being sarcastic. Like, it was really a cool place to visit. SMT just timed out Nerf Cat. Yeah, that's not Nerf Cat. Nerf Cat would have way more sarcastic comments, I guarantee you. I didn't know Nerf Cat had a YouTube account. Nerf Cat does have a YouTube account. It's not that one, though. Nerf Cat's actually... Genuine Nerf Cat's commented on some of my videos before. The comments are just hilarious. They're usually mean comments. It's always good. Don't talk about cars. This is for trains only. Well, that's what they say on Virtual Railfan, yeah. I like trains ever since I was born. Born with the knowledge. Born with the knowledge. Wow. Rolling stock. Thank you for running the trains I requested. No problem. Especially when Nightbot is in charge on Virtual Railfan. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Frankly, I think they should just disable the chat. Doesn't seem to be of any value if you can't type a comment about anything. And there were some things that I mean, I actually got a laugh out of this because it was just so over the top. It's like, rules, no saying the word foamer. Some people find the word foamer offensive. And it's like, oh my goodness. What is this? Welcome to Angry and Liam. Never late on the SMT channel. I'm going to a train museum in Union, Illinois for my birthday, possibly. I want to go there because it's got a Frisco Decapod number 1630. Only one of 2 Union Pacific turbines locomotives left in the United States. Well, that sounds exciting. Oh, hold on a minute there, folks. Alright, I'm back. I started watching your videos about a month ago. I now have a layout in my closet. That's great. I just said foamer on Virtual Railfan. Well, they're gonna kick you out because that's an offensive term, apparently. Now, my dear sister there delivered a, I think this is a mixed berry pie. What a wonderful thing to have dropped off here. Just what I need. A little energy boost for keeping the stream going. I was supposed to go fetch Nerf Cat. I got a bit sidetracked there. I'm gonna have a bite of this. Go get Nerf Cat. Only if I can find him, though. What does foamer mean? I think it refers to rail fans who sort of go from being a person that are like, you know, I like trains, to being someone where it's like, you know, they're foaming at the mouth because they're so kind of overwhelmed by the presence of maybe a particular train. It seems pretty funny to me, but I don't know. I guess there are some people who take that stuff seriously, and I don't find that very funny. Personally, I like to jump right into it. So whenever I went and saw that heritage unit in Smith Falls there, I was talking about how I went and saw it like a real foamer and stuff like that. Because I just think it's funny, but I guess not the folks at Virtual Railfan. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to go try to find your favorite boy Nerf Cat, and then I'll be right back. Alright. Nothing will want to be mods that are just Karens behind the screen. Yeah, exactly. They say they're Karen, but the truth is they're They're not caring about nothing. How's about that? All right there. So I did find Nerf Cat. He's having his dinner though, so I'm not gonna disturb him. But I told my sister she's up there in the kitchen. When he's finished his dinner, kick the floor 3 times, and then I'll know, and I'll go try to find him there. Auto Model Ralphin says, "Well, folks, today we will be waiting for Harrison to come back." Can you run a UP switcher? Sure. Let's get another bite of this mixed berry pie. Phoenix Smith says, "Well, folks, today SMT will run the Acela at full speed." I think we did that in a previous stream, Phoenix, and everyone was blown away when it made it around the corners. Didn't even derail. Yes, this is good. Bob Duggan McKenzie videos. I haven't heard of that. Well, it sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen that. SMT eat ASMR. I don't know. And 261 Production says, "Well, folks, I'm gonna wait for the day when I can finally afford to watch the Snowpiercer TV show." Can I afford to watch it? Listen, man, my 30-day trial of Netflix is running out. How else am I supposed to access it? I did the Snowpiercer movie, though, I gotta say. Really well done. I've seen parts of the show. I don't know. So far, it wasn't entirely doing it. It seemed interesting, but the movie was much more, what would you say, you know, word for bringing somebody in. There's one to describe that. Engaging, yeah, that's what I'll say. SMT leaves the stream for 20 minutes. I was only gone for like a minute while I went to go and find Nerf Cat. I don't know what this is about me abandoning the stream. Does the bus train run? This? Yes, it does. I wonder if the TGV is going to catch up to that before it makes it back around. It's time to go intervene with that. Yep. I like Tyco trains. They're fun. SMT, are you safe from the blank? Well, I hope so. I mean, living out at the ranch was probably the safest. Frankly, living in a basement, I think, has its benefits. We can hear SMT eating. He's doing ASMR. No, I'm not becoming an ASMR channel. I already have a channel for that. It's called SMT ASMR Trains. I do some very relaxing videos there where we slowly take apart a train, piece by piece with tools. And it's a very, 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 very peaceful experience. SMT, do you have a Twitch? I do not. Will it crash or not crash? That's the question. SMT Snowpiercer channel. Did you ever get an NS Heritage unit? Maybe? Don't you already do that here? I don't know. I feel like the restorations or repairs or what you want to call them are a little bit too quick. You know, I think I need something where kind of similar to like the Joe Rogan experience. I get a bit closer to the mic and I talk a bit slower and then kind of just slowly dismantle a train and talk about the various things that can stop an engine from running or something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's where it's at really. Trying to get a Tyco 462 steam locomotive. What caused you to say, well, folks? I wasn't really sure how to begin any of my videos, and at first I think I was saying something like okay, so okay in today's video, which is kind of awkward, and it transitioned to something else. I can't remember what the other one was. Maybe so in today's video, I can't remember, but anyway, there was this one day I just opened it by saying, well, folks. Of course, a lot less enthusiastic. I think I just said, well, folks. But I just liked it, so I just started doing it more and more. And of course, with each intro, it got a little bit more enthusiastic. And the next thing you know, it's like, well, folks, in today's video, well, folks, you know, and now I can't even say, well, folks, quite so easily now. It's just automatically, well, folks. 200 likes, let's go, yeah. We're at 192. Everybody put on "Let's Go" by Wang Chung, and then activate the like button. You paint it blue there, and yeah. Phoenix Smith. Soon 95% of the video will be him saying, well, folks. Yeah, I don't know. I like how it's turning into a bit of a meme. Eminem Rails there, he did an intro where he's going to Larkspur, and he starts it off and he says, well, folks. Oh, you hear that? 3 kicks on the floor. It looks like Nerf Cat's ready to come downstairs. Alright, here we go. I should encourage him. There he is. Kitty cat. Meow. Yeah, everybody's boy Nerf Cat. With the prank. Aww. Such a cute little rascal he is. Hey, 200 likes. Thanks, everyone. 200 likes for Nerf Kitty Cat. Nerf Cat. Here, we'll set up Nerf Kitty's favorite quilt on the ground. Okay. Look at this. There you go, Sacred Nerf Cat. You should look at trains on Etsy. SMT, are you talking? Because I hear silence. Is it gonna be this this prank again? Can you run the big boy? Sure. You have to get this off the main line first, though. Well, looks like Nerf Cat's interested in exploring the basement again. Nerf Cat spotted. He's gonna pull my phone right off the table with his tail. Nerf. I know. Can you run the Bachman Centennial? Boop his nose. I don't think he's gonna like me for that. Nerf Cat. I know. He's not exploring. Nerf Cat wants attention. Yeah, apparently so. I mean, I haven't seen him for a couple days. He's become a much more affectionate cat with age, I would say. It wasn't like this a few years ago. Nerf Kitty Cat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That works. Nerf Cat, be a nice thick boy. Cat. This cat. One of a kind. Great job parking the TGV. Sorry, I didn't learn how to parallel park properly. It's just something about getting your driver's license in Ontario. No, I didn't get it in Ontario. Oh, yeah, no, now Nerf Cat's doing some exploring. Yep, and he goes, bye. So we're now going to get the big boy on there. Listen to your mic went silent for a sec. Ethan is now upset. SMT, how's the pie? It's very good, Phoenix. I should probably take this wire too and kind of plug it in my phone there, because you know it probably needs some battery. He is dangerous on the rails. I wouldn't want to see him on the road. Or the water. Meow. How old is Nerf Cat? I don't know his exact age. He was still pretty young when we got him. He wasn't fully grown, so he probably would have been maybe 6 months old, and that would have been about the early summer of 2009. So he was probably born in about late fall, or I don't know. He was probably born about early winter, probably towards the end of 2008. So he'd be about 12, I guess. Maybe a tiny bit less, but he's becoming an older Nerf kitty there. This Q&A happens every stream. Yeah, it does. Nerf Cat. Kitty, kitty. Do you have any Lackawanna engines? My grandfather used to work on that railroad. I have one. It needs to be fixed up, though. How big is Nerf Cat? I don't really know. He's definitely larger than an average-sized cat. but yeah, he weighs I don't know, probably about 16 or 17 pounds. I don't know if that gives you an idea of Nerf cat's size, but yeah, he's a pretty big cat there. Oh yeah, look, he's settled down his little Nerf cat landing pad there. Boxcar memes for days. I'll head the steamer. I don't know what would go well with it. Put the daylight coaches behind the big boy. Union Pacific fans, don't get mad at me. All right. Just don't let me forget to not realign that switch. Otherwise, we all remember what happened last time. Will your sister make another cameo? I don't know. She might at some point, but she can. I'm not. I'm not gonna like try to like. I don't know, force her or anything like that. If she wants to do it, hey, she like with the April Fool's video, that wasn't my idea. That was her idea. So, yeah, if she wants to do another video, all the power to her. But frankly, she's a pretty busy person, so don't want to add a burden. And you try the BNSF. I already ran the BNSF earlier. It's a big boy. Not DCC, no, it's a DC engine. Quite alright, though. Can you run the Blue Goose with the original motor? No, it's toasted. Can you run the Centennial next? Sure. Is Nerf Cat a princess or a baby in your household? A king with servants is probably how I would describe him. He gets, he knows what he wants. He'll ask for what he wants. In the wee hours of the morning there, you hear him meowing there. And, yeah, he pretty much gets what he wants, so, yeah, I don't know. I think he does all right for himself. Hey, SMT, if you run a Amtrak, make it sit in the station for about 20 minutes and make it late. Of course, yeah. You gotta make sure it's realistic, right? What are you filming on? iPhone 11 Pro. Run the crappiest train you have. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Can we see a train derail? Well, I'm not going to intentionally derail a train, but, you know, it has a tendency to happen on its own here. So just hang out long enough. You'll find one. Yes, there we go. It's really hard to catch up with you when you're reading the comments. The daylight coach is lighted. One of them looks like it might have a socket for a light, but I don't think they are. Welcome to Angry SMT. I'm not angry. Full speed Acela. Ethan, welcome to Angry SMT's channel. David, what are you going on about? Put the worst train on and make it go full throttle. Wow, this is really what people are looking for. I mean, like, fill your boots there. Let me, This is probably it. Oh. This is probably it. I mean, yeah, but I think people are going to be impressed with the performance of this thing. Great trains. I'm going to let this go around while I have another bite of my mixed berry pie. Hey, SMT, what's the favorite train you have? That one. I remember that one from your first Locomotive. Well, Shocks Trains, OG member on the channel here, apparently. I didn't even know too many people knew about that video. Amtrak knows they're going to be late, so why don't they just change the schedule to make the trains on time? But even then, they will have some excuse about being late. Can you run the B6 steam engine by the trolley? This? Do you have a setup video when you record your table, but you record on cam? Well, I've got, this is my filming setup right here. It's called me being too cheap to buy a tripod or not resourceful enough. I don't know. Anyway, I built this myself. You can tell by the quality of the construction there. I basically took something we were about to throw out and attached that to some wood that was also in awful shape. I wrapped some tape around that and found this at a dollar store. And there we go. So what I do is when I want to film a video, I hook up my mic there. You lower the phone right down into this little shindig right here. Get it all positioned right. And you say, well, folks, in today's video, we're going to be working on this Southern Pacific Lima engine. I bought this thing at Larkspur Line train store, and yeah, that's how you film an SMT video. Anyway, time to put on some slightly less powerful power. Whoop. And, yeah, you can run the Blue Goose with the daylight cars. I don't know. I think we've got something way better to pull those. Are those daylight coaches all Athearn BB? I think so, yeah. Looks as blue box as they come. You need to get a star tank and call it the Canadian Long Pole. Shark. SMT, you need to go to Shark Tank and call it the Canadian... Yes, of course, the Canadian Long Pole filming studio. I'll just put a Bluetooth modal on it there, and people will buy it. Well, this engine doesn't have a rear coupler. It has a it doesn't have a rear coupler, but it has a front coupler. So we're just gonna have to run it backwards. That's how we operate here on the shady SMT railroad. And we got this, probably the worst engine in my collection right here. Not that I dislike it. And, well, there we go. See, this is the thing, though. It's not the worst performer, eh? I mean, like, not so efficient, but it's running smooth. Look at Nerf Cat. Aww. That's called a long hood forward. Oh. Will you be getting any British engines soon? I don't know. Do you want to sell any of these? I don't know. Thanks for running my request, SMT. Gotta go. No problem. Thanks for stopping by, Zachary. You want to go engine with all the go-karts? We already did that. Well, hello from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You run the TGV. Big fan of scale trains. I've never tried any of their products, so I couldn't really say. Imagine the motor catches fire. Yeah, it's not drawing enough current. Can you please run the Bowser C630? Sure. I'm gonna let this go around for 2 more laps, though. What's the shortest stream you've done? I have done streams on actual pieces of railway equipment, which have only lasted a few minutes. David Snyder, Tekken More. I'm in charge. Oh, I don't think so. Looks like you're gonna get a shout out. How about a shot at track level? Sure. You like SpongeBob? I loved that show as a kid. It was really well done. The live stream. The live stream was terrible. How can 4 people not like this live stream? Well, I don't know. I mean, I just kicked somebody out for telling me they're in charge, but, I mean, I don't know if I would dislike a stream for something like that. Did you buy a Fairmix locomotive? Yeah, I would. This time ever came about. There's one at a good price. They've got a pretty cool paint scheme. What oils do you use? Mostly Labelle 102 and 106. They're a good blend. Was the 9K special the live stream? Maybe it was. I can't remember, but yeah. For anybody who doesn't know what the live stream was, it was this live stream where I was doing a live stream and I either I misspelled it and it autocorrected the lice, or I misspelled live and accidentally spelt lice, and a whole bunch of people started joining in saying, SMT, did you get lice? Did you get lice? Why is it called the live stream? And I was like, what are people talking about? And then I eventually figured it out, and I was like, oh, that's not good. And now it's going to be the meme for the rest of this channel's history, the live stream. Just goes to show you how a couple wrong clicks on your keyboard can make an entire meme, which will last forever. Now there. Yeah, there was something I was supposed to run, and my short-term memory's already dropped it. Oh, it's this. I remember now. Yes. Did you run the Hiawatha or Big Boy? I think both have been run this stream. In the Acela mishap. Yeah, that took a bit more effort than the lice stream, though. SMT, I like the big Alco. Yeah, the Alcos are nice. I found out that Alco engine I have, the one that was scratch built, which I added sound to. Somebody on Instagram, they sent me a picture. It's a real engine. I had no idea, and they have a photo. And whoever modeled the model made it identical to the real thing. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. I wonder if it's still out there. Guess I did reprogram that one. Mickey's Model Railway. Hi, SMT. I don't know if you can read my comments. I'm your biggest fan in England. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you have a cab forward SP Steam Loco? I do not. SMT memes. The Acela, Minecraft, Frozen, and the Livestream. Yeah, and Starbucks, and distinctive Dodge Rams. SMT or CN 2001 locomotive is a parts unit in the Western New York and Pennsylvania Railroad. Run N-scale trains, but I love your content even though I don't run the same scale. Yeah, I want to do some more N-scale stuff though, because N-scale's fun, and I also like the idea of being able to irresponsibly buy engines, and, well, the great thing is that they don't take up very much space. When is your next video? Well, I'll probably try to upload one tomorrow. Do you collect Hot Wheels? I do not know. We have a tour of your rolling stock collection. I need to get it all together, because right now it's in various bins and stuff like that. I don't know, it just wouldn't be a very thorough tour. There's a railroad on my grandma's property, but it's an abandoned train come by next to the house, like 6 feet from her fence. Wow. I wish my grandparents had a piece of railroad on their property. My grandfather, on my dad's side, he had a property which was beside the HCW railway at the time, which is how I got introduced to the train, basically. And when he had that property, there was this one corner of his property, and he discovered it wasn't actually his. Canadian Pacific had sold the line to the cities along the line, but they had bought some weird little piece of land between the railroad and his property, and maybe for the purpose of setting up a well or something. Who knows what it was for. Anyway, so he discovered this, and he actually had to, I think, what did he do? He somehow had to get a piece of land from Canadian Pacific, which they didn't even know that they owned. Small triangle of land. Really weird story. So, I guess my grandfather owned a piece of railway property. That's about as close as I can get to that. And put that blue Boston and Maine boxcar on the train. There we go, perfect baggage car. Where did I click? Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. It actually looks good. That's a cool color for that locomotive. How does the coupling work? I don't really know how to explain it. That one's messed up, though. You're not supposed to flick them to get them to work. That's just me messing around with a busted coupler trying to get it to connect. When I was little, I used to live next to train tracks, and every time they'd come through, I'd run to the living room and watch it go by. That's cool. Can you blow the horn for the crossing? Yeah, I don't think Nerf Cat's gonna like this very much, but I'll do it once. Let's find it here. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. Are those coaches made by Athearn? Yes, they are. Hey, Billy Mays here, and today I want to show you a neat product from Canada called the Canadian Film Stick. The Canadian Film Stick. That's what I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna paint it up. I'm gonna get some spray paint, and yeah, we're gonna give this a bit of a paint job actually. All right, here we go. Canadian Film Stick. It's gonna be here. Wait, who put that comment in there? We need to have some credit here. Canadian Film Stick. Okay, it's Adam Collins. So Adam Collins, the inventor of the Canadian Film Stick. And we're going to haul it off into my garage. Here in my garage with whatever you want to call it there. Because this just looks awful right here. We can't have it like this. We need the Canadian Film Stick. And let's see, if my lights were working, I'd be able to find my paints a bit easier, but I believe that one's a white there, and that's a red. I don't care much about there, and you know we're gonna. There we go. We're gonna show our Canadian pride here for a moment. The Adam Collins Canadian Film Stick, everyone. Oh yeah. I don't like this paint. There we go. I just need a little bit more on this side here. A little bit there. And a splash there, yeah. Okay, there we are. And we'll try to do our country symbol there. Probably gonna fail it. Okay, that didn't go very well. I'm gonna be on this drier side. It's just absorbing right in the paint. There we go, the Canadian Film Stick. All right. There we go. Now every time you watch an SMT video, you can know about the Canadian Film Stick. The greatest addition to this entire layout. There we go, planted right here in the heart of the whole operation. Just pour maple syrup on it and you're done. Okay, sounds good. The channel's new meme. Tripods are overrated. Get the Canadian Film Stick instead. How many Rapido trains locomotives do you have? 3. The most big brain product ever, eh? Yeah, it sure is there. That's the saddest maple leaf I've seen. Whoa, easy. You know, if I was smart, I'd get some paper out and an X-Acto knife, and I'd cut out a maple leaf. I'd paint that white, and then I'd just plant it right on there. SMT should sell this for a fortune. Canadian Film Stick. Spray painting in an enclosed garage. Bad SMT, bad SMT. No, it's a well ventilated garage, but it's on a separate air system than the rest of the house. So the thing is that if you do some painting in there, the fumes will stay in there and they won't poison the rest of the house. So did Nerf Cat leave? I don't think he did. No, look at the little rascal down there. All dressed chips and useless Ruffles lied. Not Canadians' favorite chips. What are you talking about? Okay, all dressed chips are damn delicious. I hope they are our favorite flavor. They're the best kind out there. That and ketchup flavor, of course. And what else do we have here in Canada? We got like maple syrup. I don't know. Vinegar on French fries. That's something. I'll get me one of those Canadian film sticks. Hi, Phil Swift here for the Canadian film stick, the wooden Canadian stick for your phone. The Christian Canadian film stick with maple syrup patent on it. No one has made it SMT profit now. Can you do a shave and haircut on the horn? I don't know how to. Is Nerf Cat sleeping? Oh yeah, I know, he's sound asleep. He's having a Nerf Cat nap. The Canadian film stick, get yours for $19.99. I think that's about what it's worth, honestly. I mean, we gotta spend like $4 or $2, you know, buying this number, and you probably gotta sink a few cents of paint into it. And I don't know what this thing is worth, but probably more than the whole operation and a piece of used plywood. But we have to have a markup, so I think $19.95 is a fair price. I think Ruffles All Dress tastes different in America compared to Canada. I've tried them in both countries, and that might be true. I think you and me are related. Do you have any geared locomotives? I don't know. SMT, is Nerf Boy sleeping? Yeah. Look at him down there. SMT, the Canadian film stick will haunt your comment section forever. Yeah, maybe it will. You need to work on, I think, getting the labeling right, though. I don't think that looks too prideful for my country there. I don't think most Canadians would like that. I mean, I can't say I do. You want a Hershey Loco? Oh, sure. Love from India. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Get 2 and get a free bottle of maple syrup with your order. Oh, yeah. Free bottle of that pure maple sauce right there. Hershey Loco. It would make sense that it's sitting beside a comma, the Hershey factory. Okay, there we are. I think Nerf Cat will probably appreciate this one. It's probably a bit quieter than the sound-equipped one. Do you like Canadian National or Canadian Pacific more? Canadian National. Plus shipping and handling. Of course, yes. Alright, here we are. Oh yeah, that runs pretty smooth. That's not bad. Well, folks, in today's video, we're going to be live for the rest of the night. Yeah, I don't know. So are you getting pretty overloaded with engines and rolling stock with all the stuff people sent? Yeah, the collection has grown a fair amount there, yeah. Please run the army train. I don't know where all the equipment is. It's all over the place. The Canadian film stick looks pretty snazzy, but it needs a finer paint job. I'd agree with that. Voice crack. Was there? Past your bedtime, eh? Oh yeah, it's past the little youngster SMT's bedtime. He should be long off to bed, but his parents are gone. Little youngster SMT can stay up and drink soda pops all night. Except I would like to have my preferred chair. I don't know why the soldering iron gets that and I don't. Oh yes, just what the doctor ordered. This is way better, and I feel like it's good too for people watching the stream, because when I'm rolling around on this, the camera is probably smoother. I think I was looking for this. How's the logging section of your layout? Can you put a mid DPU on the train? Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna plant a mid train DPU on this consist here. What time is it? It's 11:08. Do an epic follow cam with your chair. All right. Wheel it up this way. Yeah, there we are. Hey, SMT, thanks for your content and thanks for the live stream. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Thanks for stopping by, or Digger 10. Do you have any SD units? Maybe a couple of those together with some freight cars would be cool. All right, here we go. Here's that epic shot everybody wanted. Yeah, there's a crack in the floor and one of the wheels I think just got stuck. There we go, this seems like a good rail fanning spot. Make the train hit your phone. That's alright. Well, that's not bad. Did Nerf Cat come to the ranch? If so, why did Dr. Phil send him? Nerf Cat didn't do anything wrong, so Nerf Cat didn't get sent to the ranch. It's only for me to get sent to the ranch. Root beer or cola? Root beer. Sounds like one of those cars might be derailed, but I'm not sure if it's worth getting out of this chair, because it might just derail itself. Can you run some N scale, please? I don't know. Maple candy. Why did you go to the ranch? Well, basically, my parents there were, they went to States for a business thing, so they were coming back, but they would be in quarantine for that time, so I didn't want to get stuck, and I have some friends, and they run a horse ranch, and I've known them for years, so I was just like, well, I don't know, maybe they'll let me move in there, so they did, and yeah, I was living out at the ranch, so yeah, bit of farming lifestyle and stuff like that, being out in the country there. But of course, I wanted to, at least make one video I was out there, though. So, I tacked up a horse, which meant just putting a halter on it. And, yeah. And then SMT at the ranch was born. And lady who owns the farm there, she's quite nice, and she had a cowboy hat. She's like, yeah, you can put this on for your video. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be SMT at the ranch. Oh, it actually derailed that time. Wow. Not even full current. That's not bad. Lazy model trains lessons with SMT. Episode 2. Let the trains run. Even if you let them derail, don't bother to get out of your chair. It will remedy itself until... Well, this was going all fine and dandy. That was just a coincidence. I thought Dr. Phil sent you because you were been buying so many shady model trains off of Etsy. Well, there was that. Yeah, me and I got on Dr. Phil because, I have been, pretty troubled kid there. So, of course, like most typical families do, you get signed up to go on Dr. Phil to discuss your issues in front of millions of people there. So that's what we did. And, I was a little brat, and I talked about how, I didn't have to get a job or anything like that. And Dr. Phil said, I think the best thing for you would be to go to Turnaround Ranch. And yep, that's where I got sent. And then SMT on the ranch was born. Bro, I'm starting to see some weird stuff. I think I'm getting tired. You were also on Dr. Phil? Yeah, I was on Dr. Phil, yeah. That's how I got sent to Turnaround Ranch. I bought a trailer train off of Etsy, and honestly, I was not disappointed. Oh, that's good. Cleaning up the layout, get all those non-running trains, IUTA there. Huh, okay. Would be good. Do you operate DCC? Both DC and DCC. SMT, run your dream loco with whatever it couples to. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I should run the final train of the night, eh? It's getting late. It's almost, it's headed for 11:30. It's not quite there yet, but it's on its way. I need to put this somewhere, though. So. We need an all-nighter. It will be 11. No, it's not going to be 12. Oh, that went well. Can I find the Dr. Phil episode? I don't know what it's called. It probably is titled something like SMT gets sent to the ranch. I loved it. There's one episode of the Red Green Show where he references Dr. Phil. He was talking about awnings and how people buy them and sometimes they regret them and stuff like that. And he was talking about all the solutions. And at one point he said, "Well, I guess you could sit down and just have a good cry about it, but I don't watch Dr. Phil." Best show ever. Oh, man. There we go. Sur le train, le Wakefield. I feel like the stream was definitely the best use of my last 4 hours. SMT, go to school now. Gotta go to school now. Auto Model Railfan is at $3.99. Can we give him a shout out? Absolutely, everybody go check out Ottawa Model Railfan. One of my friends in real life. He's got a great channel going there. He's got some videos of visiting train shows and train stores. It's got a pretty cool layout too. We inherited from somebody at our local model railway club. Absolutely massive, and he and his dad are setting it up in the living room of their house, which I gotta say, pretty cool move there. You gotta have some respect for that, right? Like that. It'd be pretty cool to set up this layout in the living room. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to see that, go check out Auto Model Railfan. Oh, that looks pretty good there. What's your real name? It's Harrison. Just subbed to Ottawa. Well, there we go. SMT, have you ever driven a rail train? I don't know if it's legal to do that, so I'm not going to answer that question. It wasn't a train, something smaller, but is a rail vehicle capable of transporting people, not a speeder, much larger. Oh, Ottawa's actually in here. Well, you're welcome for the shout out. I'm glad. I hope you get to 400 there. It's perfectly legal. Oh, in that case, yeah, I guess I don't have to worry. A high rail truck, bigger than that. Something very peaceful about this steam train. What's the Dr. Phil episode? I don't know. I mean, it's all a joke. His last name is Ford. Yep, Harrison Ford. I mean, I don't know. I find a lot of boxes that end up turning up in the mail are labeled Harrison Potter, if that says anything. Just don't abbreviate Harrison, and, well, you've got it. Because, of course, Harrison is very similar to another name known as Harry. Yeah, you got a name named Potter. Well, you combine those together, and, well, you can only imagine what school was like. You're a wizard, Harry. Hey, SMT, you should freeze maple syrup in a locomotive mold. Maple syrup doesn't freeze very well. It's got a lot of sugars and stuff in it. Trust me, I've tried. Harry Potter. Oh boy, here it goes. Maple syrup ice cream. Do you have any models made of Thai run? I don't think I do have any Thai-made models. Harrison Potter and Nerf Potter. Yes, exactly. Where's a good place to find a Mahano 210-2? Canadian Hobby Shop. Anyway, I think I'm going to finish off the live stream. It's been a great one. I want to thank you all so much for joining in. Hey, Harry Potter, can you run the Daylight Coaches? I think it's end of the live stream there. Anyway, but thank you all so much for joining in. I hope everybody has a great night, and I appreciate everybody joining in this evening. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. I'll let the Wakefield train go by, though, just to finish it off, right? All right, bye, everyone.